Hi, Student Success. This is Dr. Linda Remark. I'm your instructor for this 8-week session, and I always like to start off my online courses with an overview, like an intro to the course, so you can navigate it, and I will upload separate videos starting with your week 1 to let you know what assignments are in the very first week. So, first thing, if you are watching this from a link I sent in an email, then make sure you have completed the online orientation, because if not, you will not have access to our course. So if you're watching this embedded in the course, you're already there and you've already completed that. So first thing is, when you get into our course, I will always, start off with the Start Here section. It's kind of like your home base. So when you go down, it'll have your name there to give you a little intro of the course. So when we scroll down, there is a course tour video that eStark State has put together. It's a little under 5 minutes. Now, you can certainly watch this and it's helpful. I just always think sometimes hearing my voice, since it's the voice you're going to hear for the next, 8 weeks, will be helpful to you as well. So when you get in here and you scroll down, you'll see a real quick welcome. And this just tells you a little bit about me. So feel free to kind of read over that to get to know me a little bit. I apologize. I've been recording videos all morning. All right, so from there, you'll have the master syllabus, which is just a real general overview. It's a 1 credit hour course, so I'll go over the objectives. So you're welcome to look at that. But then this is what is really specific to our class, the Spring 2021 class syllabus. So when you open that, it'll pop up. It'll go through. As of right now, I am recording this in late December, so this could change. There are 2 classes merged together right now, which is why you might see a little bit over 50 students in here. We are Web 3. Here are my office hours. Again, my name is Dr. Remark. I am on campus Mondays and Wednesdays as I teach face-to-face on those days, but then the rest of my office hours are virtual, and you can contact me either through my office or we can do a collaborate session for virtual. Now, I'm not online just those times. I frequently do a lot of my work in the evening and in the early mornings, before my kids are awake and after my kids go to sleep. So I do respond to emails throughout the day. But these are the times where you can kind of make like an appointment with me that I'm guaranteed to be there. There's my email address. What's nice about our textbook is it is online and it is free. So I will show you that here shortly. Here is the grading scale and the information there. Attendance is required. Now this is a course, no matter if you're a College Credit Plus student, if you are a brand new student to college, transfer student, you've been in college before, everyone has to take this class. Now, that's pretty much the same with any 2- and 4-year institution. They all have classes like this. So it is required. And that's why I try to, when I go through lessons, I try to say, pick what is relevant to you and your journey. Now, that being said, attendance is required. And so we have an 8-week session, which means there's a lot of stuff packed in every single week, because we've essentially taken a 16-week course and plugged it into 8 weeks. So many weeks will have a discussion post, not every single one, but many of them will. And attendance posts are due on Wednesdays. So if you post by Wednesday, you get 100% attendance. If you post late, you still get at least partial, half attendance there. On a week with no discussion, you have to submit everything by Sunday for full attendance points. And if there's, let's say, 2 assignments and you only submit 1, you get half attendance points. So just make sure that you're logging in. You have to have a 70% attendance or higher to pass the class. So please be diligent in checking and making sure you're posting and all of that. Because we're an 8-week course, the last day to withdraw is February 22nd. So make sure that if you need to withdraw, do so by that date. If you're College Credit Plus, there's some different information for you right there. And then here is our outline. I do want to point out that this is a shell course, meaning that we have a coordinator who sets this course, and then all the instructors kind of follow these assignments. So these are the assignments that are throughout your 8 weeks, and you can see specifically like week 3 is pretty heavy with the assignments, week 6 is pretty heavy. So just kind of be aware that certain weeks you're going to have quite a lot to do. All right, so that is your syllabus. And then underneath that, here are some more kind of resources for you. Expectations, grades, bunch of links if you want to get in there, and I encourage you to go around. Here is your textbook. Now every week we'll have the textbook embedded in it, so you don't always have to go back to this. So I just want to show you real quickly. I really like this for a couple of reasons. First, it's online, it's right in the course, it's accessible. Second, it's free, big perk. And third, I think it's easy to navigate. So when you go in, right away, it brings you to chapter 1, but you can click on the contents and it'll walk you through all the chapters. And if you wanted to know more, you just hit the little plus sign and there's the subsections. What's nice about this is it's really easy to navigate. You literally just scroll down through the page, and when you're ready to click, down at the bottom right-hand corner, or as I mentioned, you can pull down the contents and click where you want to go. So that is your textbook, and I'll show you more about that when we get into our week 1. All right, from here, if you want to go into the lessons area, this is where your work will mostly take place. So a couple things real quickly. To even get into week 1, you have to take the required syllabus quiz. So this is where I would recommend, pulling that syllabus back up, making sure you're comfortable with it, taking this quiz. So you'll get in and you'll see you have to begin, and it's going to be a series of questions, mostly true, false. You'll click, save your answer, and navigate right along. So that is your syllabus quiz. You have to get 100%. And I often have students say, I can't access week 1. Well, I go in and I look, it's because they didn't get 100%, so they can't get to week 1. So make sure you do that. Here again is another link to your textbook. It's going to be embedded, as I said, in each individual week. So you'll be able to get it from quite a few places. Here are some discussion boards. So the student lounge, if you click there, this is where you introduce yourself. So just because we're online, kind of creating that atmosphere, getting to know people as best we can in an online environment. I've already put a little plug in here. You're going to have discussion boards throughout the entire session. So I'll just show you right now real quickly. When you go to post, you're in the discussion board, you hit create thread. It'll have a repeat of the prompt. You put your subject, like introduction or welcome, your post, and then hit submit. If you would like to respond to a classmate, you simply click on their post, you'll see it, and then hit reply. So that is the discussion boards. I think they're fairly easy to navigate. So that's the introduce yourself. There's also a muddy point. This is where you would go and ask a question. Now, please don't ask like an individual question, like what is my grade? How did I do on this? That's what the course messages are for. This is more, everyone's going to see this. So maybe posing a question like, hey guys, I'm really confused on this. Does anyone understand it? Because sometimes maybe another classmate can explain something to you, or maybe they'll see it before I do. So it's kind of like a raising your hand type thing, but nothing in terms of personal grades or questions. That's best for the course messages. So that's the muddy point. Again, going back to lessons, I'm going to get to this just a minute. You'll see after you do your syllabus quiz, week 1 will open up. This is where all your weeks will be found. And eventually every week when that week opens, it'll be bright so you can click in there. Now here, the student services workshop assignment. We're an 8-week session, so I'm really going to encourage you to start checking this out as soon as possible. You are required to attend a workshop this semester virtually. You do not have to come to campus. They are virtual assignments, virtual workshops. So when you get into My Stark State, and I apologize, I'm logged out already. When you get into My Stark State, and this walks you through it here, you will go to the Academic Support tab. Scroll down a little bit, Student Success Workshops. Now, again, I'm recording this in December, so it still has fall listed here. Eventually it'll say spring and it'll have all the spring. So you'll go through and you'll find a workshop that either looks like it could be helpful, interesting, it fits with your time frame, whatever the case is. And you can see some of these are offered in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So they really do try to make some that are going to hit on everyone's schedule. You'll click register now. You'll fill out a little like Google type form and it'll send you registration. That is not what you are going to submit. You have to submit by the end of the 8-week session the receipt or certificate of completion. The other thing you can do is the Student Leadership Academy. So there's information about that right here, and you'll get a certificate from that as well. Whenever you're done and you get that certificate, you click in. Scroll down again. Find where you saved it. Click it and hit open, and that's basically what you're Dropboxing right there, and you'll hit submit. You have until the end of this 8-week session, but I really do encourage my 8-week students to try to do a workshop sooner than later. because what ends up happening is you get down to the very last little bit and there's not a workshop available or it fits with your schedule. So try to get that done sooner than later. So that's a little bit about those sections. Again, I'm going to go into week 1 in the week 1 video, so be looking for that. A couple things over on the side here before I wrap up. Here's your course messages. If you wanted to send me a message, you just hit create message. Click on the 2, you'll see a list. Right now, I think only some of you are uploaded in here. You'll click on that. You'll hit the arrow button, move me over here, put the subject, put the body, hit submit. I will also send you messages throughout the course messages, both as an announcement type or individual. So you can check those on a regular basis. And then here's your announcements page. You'll already see there is an announcement posted from our coordinator that lets you know a little bit about the course. And then from East Ark State, I will also post weekly announcements multiple times. So usually in any given week, I'm posting 3 to 4 announcements just to let you know what's going on. Anything I post as an announcement will also go in course messages and as an email. So please be checking those things. You'll also see a course calendar, which if we skip to January, you'll see that there's already information uploaded, so you know exactly what is due when. So that's another way to check. And then my grades. I always encourage students to check their grades because sometimes they think they submitted something and it actually still says in progress, which means they didn't complete it or they didn't upload it. And so this also just lets you know kind of where you stand. There are also other resources here on the left-hand side that I encourage you to check out. So that is just a real quick overview of the course. I hope that you get a little bit more comfortable. The first week or so is the most tricky, but please just get in, navigate, ask questions, let me know, and then I will be back with a week 1 video shortly. Thanks. See you next time.